let's talk the starting 11 for Barcelona taking on Villarreal. Beginning in the back, you know I like to kick things off with the trusty Ter Stegen between the posts. Time and time again, you're going to keep hearing me. I don't care what the most recent results are. I don't give any blame whatsoever to Ter Stegen. He's trying his best out there. Big year for Ter Stegen. We go with him between the posts. I listen, like I said, I know. 3 goals in the last 2 matches. I get it. In each of the last 2 matches, I should say. That's more accurate. Giving up 3 goals in each of the last 2 matches, but none of those, I believe, are his fault. Did what he could. Had some big saves in those matches, too. Anyway, I digress. Focus on the future, my friends. Can't live in the past. Overthinking always disappoints. Anyway, who are the 4 playing in front of Ter Stegen? Let's start with Koundé. Back from injury. Loving what I'm seeing from him in the center back position. Is he an option at right back? Yes, but that's not where he wants to play. That's not where I like to see him. I think Xavi is learning some hard lessons this season with some of his early assumptions of who can play where and who's still able to hack it. I'm getting ahead of myself. Who's playing next to Koundé? It's going to be Eric Garcia. Rough, man. People are calling him the next Lenglet. Saw a lot of that on Twitter after giving up a penalty to Real Madrid late in the match. Here's the thing. Unlucky. Very unlucky, okay? Does he have that in common with Lenglet, where he can have honestly a strong performance, a good result for 98% of the match, but then there's that one error that just sticks out like a sore thumb, giving up a penalty, whether it's a handball or stepping on somebody's foot or this or that or blah, blah, blah. I don't know what Garcia needs to do to shave off that 1 or 2 mistakes that he makes per match. I'm not sure what it's going to take. But until Araujo comes back, it's either Garcia or PK. I'm going Garcia. And I think Xavi goes Garcia. Now, taking a look at who's available for our wingbacks. This is where we got options, and I think we're going Jordi Alba at left back. I think he gets the start. Again, 3 matches in 6 days means we're going to see some rotation going on. It's hard to get into Xavi's head and think who is going to be the choice left back. I'm trying to do reverse engineering. If I'm thinking that Bayern Munich is going to be the strongest 11 that we're going to see, then I'm thinking we're going to see something close to what he's going to put out against Bayern for this match, and then something a little bit different on Sunday when we play Athletic Club. So I'm torn. I'm honestly torn. So let me know your thoughts. I'm going Jordi Alba, and then I'm going Balde at right back. Even though Bellerin is back from injury, who knows how fit he is, and Xavi tends to not start players when they're back from injury. First match, start him on the bench, get a little bit of playing time late, ease him back into things. So for those reasons, I'm going Balde on the right, Jordi Alba on the left. Again, could go Alonso. I'm sitting here even second guessing myself that it might be Alonso here, Jordi Alba against Athletic Club, and then Alonso again against Bayern. Because right now, Balde, he was first choice left back, but because we need a right back and because he's not really been as consistent and kept up with that hot start, I'm torn. Let me know your thoughts. If you're watching live, let me know in the chat. If you're watching on replay, let me know down in the comments. I'm not super confident in my choices for left and right back. I'll say that. I don't know if I'm getting this one right or not, but this is what I'm going with, folks. My gut tells me Xavi's going to be a little bit unpredictable with this starting 11. Let's jump to the midfield. I'm feeling good about Pedri. I'm feeling good about Gavi. And then, folks, deep breath. I think it's going to be De Jong. I think it's time. I think Xavi is pulling off the Band-Aid. I think the match against Real Madrid and against Inter Milan really highlighted that Sergi Busquets needs to be rotated out on a more regular basis. I don't think he's up to snuff for the big matches any longer. If you remember last year, we were very fortunate in having Dani Alves, who played as an inverted right back, and covered a lot of the ground that Busquets is not able to cover sideline to sideline. Right now, there's too much emphasis, too much of a priority on starting with Busquets and then covering space from there. I love Busquets. I'm not a Busquets hater. I've got his name on my back right now. I love him. He is our Capitan. I will support him until he hangs up his boots. But it's time to get the rotation going. I want to see Frankie. I want to see Pedri. I want to see Xavi. With that said, would not be shocked if Kessié actually got the start over either Xavi or Pedri. I'm hesitant to say he'd get a start because Xavi did not start against Real Madrid, so he's likely to get to start here. Pedri, how do you bench him? How do you bench him? Either way, I keep saying it's hard to get into Xavi's head for this match, and we got 3 matches in 6 days. So I'm going back and forth. I'm arguing with myself even before I even get caught up in the chat. Front 3. I got another surprise in here for you folks. So stick with me. Lewandowski, of course. He needs one. Not just a goal, a good match. A good match with some build-up, with some team play, with some chemistry. That's what we need to see. We know he can put the ball in the back of the net, but can he be part of the triangle, part of the tiki-taka, part of a build-up that breaks down the defense, not just the finishing product? He's a tremendous goal scorer, but can he bring this team and this attack to the next level? That's what I'm questioning from Lewandowski, and that's what I'm hoping for against Villarreal. Alongside him, on Ansu Fati. It's time. It's time he gets a start. Even if he can't go 90 minutes, leave him out there for 60. I want Ansu Fati to get the start. Everyone is very unhappy with the wing play that we've been seeing from Dembele, from Rafinha. So let's make the changes. I think Xavi is starting to feel a bit of pressure. There's some ignorance right now with the Xavi out campaign, okay? A very small vocal minority of people who are way ahead of themselves, okay? So ignoring that nonsense, Xavi is still under a bit of pressure, I would say. The spotlight is on him. Can he make some changes? Can he make the tough decisions, which I think will include starting Ferran Torres on that right wing? As soon as Ferran came over to Barcelona, he said, preferred position, right wing. Yeah, I can play anywhere across a front 3. I can play a false 9, but preferred position for Ferran Torres, right wing. Could be just small anecdotal evidence, but he did get some time there against Real Madrid, got the 1 goal for Barcelona. Yes, it was I don't want to call it a tap-in, but pretty much a tap-in inside or close to the 6-yard box, finishing off a cross, but right place, right time. When's the last time that you saw Dembele on that right side finish off across from there? Near post run, 2 matches ago? Yes, but from the opposite side. We're giving Dembele, we're giving Rafinha the preference right now, and we're not getting what we need. Let's change things up. Let's go Ferran Torres. Let's go Ansu Fati. Let's go Lewandowski. That leaves us on the bench. Piqué, Bellerin, who could get significant time depending on how fit he is. Alonso, Anaki Peña, Roberto, who everyone is upset with right now. Pablo Torre, Franck Kessié, Arnau Tenas, Sergi Busquets on the bench, Rafinha and Dembele on the bench. It would be big decisions from Xavi. Does he have the gusto, the cojones, to pull the trigger on that? To bench Busquets, to bench Dembele, to bench Rafinha, and make those changes? I want to see it. I'd love to see it. I'd also love to see your thoughts. Let me know in the chat. I'll turn and get caught up with the Stash Squad. But if you're watching on replay, let me know down in the comments what your starting 11 would be. What did I get right? What did I get wrong? And before we turn to the chat, let's get predictions going. Predictions for Barcelona Villarreal. I'm going to go... would it be greedy to say 3-0? 3-0 to Barcelona with a goal from Ferran Torres, Lewandowski, and Xavi. Why not? High fives and hugs for anybody who wants them. Love you all very much. We'll see you next time right here on the Undefeated channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. Mwah.